We're back with album review.
What's going on?
So this week we've got one that I picked out. We're doing Diamonds and Pearls by Prince. So, I mean, Prince is one of those artists that doesn't really need an introduction. I feel like most people have an idea of at least of what kind of music he makes. But even if you have an idea, you really don't actually have an idea. Because he does so many different things. Like, he's just like a protege in so many great like acts. Like, there's funk he does, soul, R&B, rock, pop. He even writes for other people too. Like, a lot of the big hits of like the late 80s and early 90s were all written by Prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this album is a good picture of what he does basically, because he was all over the place with the genres. Even within songs there was many genres, so it was
lots of change ups just throughout the album and his career in general.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his first album he did with his second major group that he was with, the New Power Generation. This is after the Revolution, so all the big hits that most people know by him are done at this point. But there's still a lot of big hits to come with like the 90s. It's just nothing's ever going to be as big as stuff off of Purple Rain or even like the other albums with the Revolution on it. But still, very solid era. And personally, this might be my favorite stretch of albums by Prince is during the 90s.
Okay.
So this one was an interesting one to revisit. It's not my favorite of this era, but it's pretty good. I'll say that off the bat. So shall we jump into it?
Yeah. There's 13 tracks. First track is Thunder.
I really like this one.
Yeah, this was a good, energetic intro.
Yeah, lots of energy on this song.
And I like there was a lot of different like sounds introduced throughout the song. Like it wasn't repetitive at all. Like it was basically changing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
Yeah, it was good. The next track's Daddy Pop.
This is an interesting one. I kind of like it though. It's got like a fun sound to it.
Yeah, it did have like a catchy, like bouncy feel to it.
Yeah,
but
I like the sound of it.
I didn't love like the verse or the bridge really. Like,
yeah, it's
know.
definitely one of the weaker tracks, I will say.
It had like a lot of spoken word parts on it. I think those were the parts that kind of lost me a little bit, but
I could see that.
But it did have a very catchy like feel to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The next track is the title track, Diamonds and Pearls.
I like this one. This is a really good one.
Yeah, I like this one. This was like a slower R&B type track.
Yeah, he starts changing the sound up in here, and then the thing with this album is that there's so many songs like just change the tone like very fast. Like you'll go from like a chill one to an upbeat one, maybe two in a row, and then you'll get more of these chill vibes coming in. It's a nice like break throughout the album, I'd say. Because I don't know, some albums I feel like they don't have good pacing with the fast and slow songs. We've talked about this a lot on this show, but I feel like it also works if like the music itself is just good. I'll say that.
Yeah, that for sure. Like even if he does go like a little long in one genre or the other throughout this album, it's still quality for that genre. Like it's really whatever you like.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'd say so.
But yeah, this one I really liked this one. The chorus was catchy, and I thought the harmonies between him and like the female background vocal sounded really good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And the next track is Cream.
I think this is the big hit off the album. This one's really good.
I could see that for sure. This one was like super groovy, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, very groovy track. I'd say so too.
I liked on the chorus it had like a punchy, I guess it was an organ or a keyboard that sounded like an organ, but it was a really cool addition, I thought.
Yeah, I love like the echoes on like the track, especially like towards the later half of it too. I thought those were pretty cool.
Yeah, and I haven't listened to much Prince music honestly, other than like the big ones off of Purple Rain that most people know.
Yeah,
but like it's very clear to me already at this point in the album that like he's just very good at making like grooves that just it's easy to find yourself moving along to them. Like they're very, very catchy.
He just understands music so well.
Yeah. The next track is Strollin'.
Nice chill one. One that you could actually play like, you know, taking a walk in the park on like a nice cloudy day.
Yep. I think he painted the picture perfectly. Like it's the perfect just walking down the street, like peaceful mood.
Nice little jazzy instrumentals.
Yep. It was like very minimalist, but I thought it was awesome. And like the background vocals and like the really soft percussion and just like the bass line in the background, I could definitely see myself just walking down the street.
Yeah.
It was a cool
for
vibe.
Sure.
And the next track is Willing and Able.
This one's pretty good.
I like this one a lot, actually.
Yeah, a lot more of a soulful track.
Yeah, and I liked how it like kind of slowly builded from the beginning, and like the choir in the background came in, and I don't know. I thought the way they were like accenting the track just was really tastefully done. It was good.
Very tasteful indeed.
Yeah,
I liked it.
but then even at the outro, he was like, there was a little bit of rapping on it. I think.
Yeah. Like, this album is probably the first one, if I remember correctly, because he's got a lot of albums. That he introduces like rapping, not just Prince, but like other people come into either from NPG or just like people that were big at the time.
Mm-hmm. The next track is "Get Off" with Eric Leeds.
Yep, this was a single that I actually listened to before listening to this album, and this is probably my favorite track on the album personally.
Okay.
I really like this one.
Yeah, Eric Leeds was the saxophone player on it, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one it was like super 80s, 90s feel, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, it was a snapshot of the time. Like, it doesn't maybe age super well, but
Yeah.
it's, like, doing what it's doing 100%. Like,
It's doing its thing, and it knows how to do it, is what
Yeah.
I'll say.
it had, like, that super open snare with, like, a lot of reverb that, like, 90s and 80s songs
Yeah,
had.
very, like, boom-bap vibes at times.
Yeah. That was pretty good, though. The next track is "Walk, Don't Walk."
This one's decent.
Yeah, I thought this one was only okay. Like,
Yeah.
one of my less favorites on the album,
I'd
probably.
say so.
I didn't like the parts where they used, like, car horn sounds.
I thought it was kind of funny.
It's funny, yeah.
But other than that, like, the song is just alright.
Yeah. But it had a nice, like, message behind it, I guess.
Yes.
Basically just saying, like, do your own thing, don't live based off of others, basically.
Yeah.
The next track is "Jughead."
I really like this one.
This one was, like, super funky.
Yeah. This is, like, feels like a late 70s, early 80s throwback song to me. And I thought it was another one of my favorites, honestly, in the later half of the album.
Yeah. This was another one that had a lot of, like, spoken word rapping parts thrown in on it.
Yeah. And this one has, like, the outro, where it's like the guy was trying to get him to sign a contract.
Oh, yeah.
And he was
yeah.
like, nah, I'm not doing that shit, because, like, he's seen all the scams that happen, and he references, like, old acts that have gotten fucked over, too, by it. But the guy the entire time's like, nah, my contract's the best one. And he's like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, and then he, like, hits him at the end.
Yeah, he's giving him a little smack in the face or something.
The next track is "Money Don't Matter Tonight."
This is another one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, I like this one. It was, like, a really smooth, soft-sounding one.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it was another, like, true, good message, I feel like. Like, it was just saying, like, money comes and goes, so you need to focus on your well-being more than money.
Yeah.
Make sure you're good with or without it, basically.
Mm-hmm. And you're good with just me, not the money involved with either of us.
Yeah. And the next track is "Push."
This one's interesting.
Yeah.
A little
it's
long,
different,
but I think it's a not bad one.
that's what my main thing about it was kind of long. It was like 6 minutes long.
Yeah, this one I don't think it needed to be that long, but it wasn't too bad.
I felt like some of the ad-libs were kind of like obnoxious throughout, but I guess
Yeah.
that was like the whole just theme of that song, basically. It just went on for a little longer than it had to, for sure.
I'd say so.
The next track is "Insatiable."
This one's okay. I kind of like it, though. It's a nice, very slow song. Probably
Yes.
the slowest on the album.
Yeah, this is like as R&B as R&B gets, basically.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, so there were like definitely cool things about the song, but there were parts that like just weren't really my thing, I guess, as much.
Yeah, I feel like this is more of a personal preference track. I do like
For
it.
sure.
It's just not one of my favorites. I'll say that.
But again, for the genre that he's going for the track, he nails it like 100%.
Oh, yeah,
every time.
He's doing the thing very well on this track. I'll say that.
Yeah. And the final track is "Live for Love."
This is another pretty cool one.
Yeah, this one was really cool. This was like even longer than the last two tracks. It was like 7.5 or like 7 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of different genres throughout.
Yeah, this one I'm fine with how long it is, and I think it's the longest on the album, or at least one of the
I think
longest
it was
ones.
the longest, yeah. But it was really just a fusion of like there was like there was like jazzy parts about it. There was like definitely rock elements with like the guitar solo at the end,
Yeah.
which was really good. And then there was like definitely a hip hop like based beat kind of thing. So it was doing many different genres at one time.
Yeah, and I think Prince, kind of going into final thoughts here, is that he just does that so well. Like, he's one of those people that could mix so many genres, and it makes sense. like not every Prince project because I listened to. He's one of the few artists I've listened to where I didn't do everything because there was just so much, and he just did so many different things. It didn't always work, but it was usually pretty interesting or good, I'd say. And revisiting some of these albums I haven't listened to in a while is very refreshing. I said this in the Megadeth video, but it's how I feel about Prince too, because it's one of those artists I could always go back to and find something new about it that I like.
For sure, I could see that definitely. Yeah, no, I thought this was this is the first Prince album I've listened to in full, so it's just one of his many different albums. But
Yeah.
for what it was he did very well on it. You can clearly see he understands music like very well.
Mm-hmm.
He just knows how to paint a picture of whatever he's trying to do, basically.
Yeah. And this is also the last album before he officially did the thing where he changed his name into that symbol.
Okay.
As the very next album, which would be his second with NPG, was Love Symbol, as what is known as Online. But it was just that.
Okay.
It was just the symbol.
right.
And personally, that is my favorite album from this generation of them.
Okay.
But we'll save that one for another day.
yeah.
So let's get into scores. I think I'm going to give it an 8. I think just an 8 is fine. Because there's a few tracks that are like, eh.
Yeah.
But almost every track in here is really good.
Yeah. I was probably gonna give it like a 7.
Alright.
So I liked definitely more than half of the tracks for sure, but there were a few parts that either dragged on a bit or just weren't quite my taste.
Agreed.
But again, like just seeing all the different genres on it was just impressive, and it still didn't like feel choppy. Like it still had a good flow to it, despite being in so many different areas.
Yeah, even the rapping too, because I feel
Yeah.
like when you revisit rap from like the 80s to even early 90s, like
Mhm.
the flows could be a little odd or clunky just because of like rap wasn't as established yet.
Yeah.
But Prince's stuff holds up pretty well,
Yeah.
even like the people he's with.
Yeah, no, all those rap parts were done pretty well. I'm not sure who the one male rapper was that was going on in a lot of the tracks.
Yeah, I
but
wasn't sure either.
I think he's just a member of the band, I'm guessing.
I'm thinking
but,
so, yeah.
yeah, it wasn't bad though.
Yeah. So, this week, we're going to be looking at something that you guys picked. It's an artist that you have picked before, but it's another one that we shall do. And it's one that I've been looking forward to. We're doing The W by Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, all right.
This is their third album.
Okay. I
It's
think
probably
we
the
did
la-
the first two, didn't
We did the first two,
Mm.
and we did Iron Flag, which was the fourth one.
Okay.
And now we're doing the third one. Probably be the last one a Wu-Tang album for a while, but let's see how this one is, because I've actually never listened to it.
Me either.